Nice work. Let's go. Yeah. Let's go, baby.
Just shocking. Jaron "Boots" Ennis has officially stepped into Canelo Alvarez's training camp as a sparring partner ahead of his blockbuster showdown with Terence "Bud" Crawford. Yes, you heard that right. The undefeated Philadelphia phenom, 34 wins, 0 losses with 30 knockouts, is now helping one of boxing's all-time greats prepare for the most dangerous opponent he's ever faced.
Let's go, let's go. I see you.
Now, if that doesn't make your jaw drop, here's the kicker. Ennis wasn't brought in just for muscle. He was specifically chosen because his style mirrors the tricks and angles of Crawford himself. A young lion, feared by almost everyone in his division, now standing across from Canelo, day after day in Lake Tahoe. But before we dive all the way in, you already know what to do. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe, because this is going to be a good one. And I once again have to ask, seriously, as the biggest fight of the year creeps closer, who are you backing? Canelo, the veteran king, or Crawford, the slick technician with something to prove? Here's why this move changes everything. For years, Canelo Alvarez has been known for one thing above all else: his discipline. His training camps are legendary for their intensity, his routines designed to sharpen every aspect of his game. But this time, he's turned it up another notch. Bringing in Jaron "Boots" Ennis is not a casual decision. Ennis has the rare ability to seamlessly switch between orthodox and southpaw stances mid-fight, a skill that makes him unpredictable and nearly impossible to time. And who else fights like that? Terence Crawford. Canelo knows it. His team knows it. That's why Ennis is now front and center at Lake Tahoe. Canelo's logic is simple. If he can handle Ennis's rhythm, speed, and angles, he'll be ready for Crawford's unorthodox attacks. Ennis isn't just giving rounds of sparring. He's essentially a live simulation of Crawford inside the ring. That's like practicing against the exam you're about to take. And think about what this says about Canelo himself. He's already one of the most accomplished fighters of this generation. He's been in with Mayweather, Triple G, Kovalev, Plant, you name it. But by adding Ennis, Canelo is signaling that he's not leaving any stone unturned. September 13 isn't just another fight to him. It's a chess match for his entire legacy.
Number 1 fighter in the world.
What's your name?
Pound for pound, Terence Crawford. He going for 42-0.
Where's he from?
Omaha, Nebraska.
Height and weight.
You understand?
Who's he going against? Let's take him down.
Canelo Alvarez. Canelo.
Oh my God, he's serious, bro. Good luck. You're the man.
Meanwhile, Terence "Bud" Crawford is grinding just as hard, but in a very different way. Instead of Lake Tahoe luxury, Crawford has been pushing his body in the freezing mountains of Colorado Springs. Recently, he shared clips on Instagram of himself shadowboxing in the cold, shirtless, steam rising off his body in the icy air. And he's not doing it alone. By his side was Carlito Mejia Garibo, a young up-and-comer from Omaha, Nebraska, Crawford's own hometown. That detail matters, because Crawford has always thrived on loyalty, keeping his circle tight and pushing himself alongside people who remind him of where he came from. But here's the question every fan is whispering about. Has Crawford bulked up too much? Photos show he's put on serious muscle to match Canelo's natural size and power. But that kind of transformation cuts both ways. More weight could mean more strength, or it could mean slower movement and drained stamina. If he's overshot, he could be walking right into Canelo's wheelhouse. Still, don't be fooled. Crawford's training is not just about lifting weights and looking big. His regimen mixes traditional sparring with unorthodox endurance training. He's testing himself in extreme conditions, just like Canelo with his famous ice baths and high-altitude workouts. Both men know their bodies better than anyone else, but the fight will reveal who got it right. And here's where the story gets even juicier. As if the fight itself wasn't enough drama, we now know which officials will be in charge on fight night. And the boxing world is already buzzing. Veteran referee Thomas Taylor will be the third man in the ring. Ringside will be judges Tim Cheatham, Max DeLuca, and Steve Weisfeld. If those names sound familiar, it's because they were the same crew that oversaw Manny Pacquiao's shocking return against Mario Barrios just last month. That fight ended in a controversial draw, leaving fans outraged and questioning whether Pacquiao had been robbed of one last historic win. Now imagine that exact same team presiding over Canelo versus Crawford, a fight where the stakes are astronomically higher. One questionable scorecard, one odd round could flip history on its head. Boxing fans are already nervous. Social media is buzzing with speculation. Is this fight destined for controversy before the first bell has even rung? And when you're dealing with Canelo, a global superstar whose past fights have had their share of debated scorecards, those whispers only grow louder.
Come on, yeah, get it, 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 yeah, get it. Come on, yeah, move out the way, 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 yeah, yeah.
Both fighters know they'll need to make this decisive. Neither man wants to leave the outcome in the hands of judges whose last major assignment already has fans fuming. As the fight draws closer, the predictions from insiders, legends, and analysts are adding even more fuel to the fire. Everyone has an opinion, and the takes couldn't be more divided.
Right in by
Crawford.
Huh?
Crawford. I'm not hesitating. Crawford. I'm not even hesitating. Crawford.
You gonna stand on that all the way to September 13th?
I love Canelo. Crawford will beat Canelo. Crawford will beat Canelo by decision. I can't see anybody knocking out Canelo Alvarez.
Let's start with Stephen A. Smith, never shy to stir the pot. On Andre Ward's podcast, he made it crystal clear. He believes Terence Crawford has the tools to win, but only one way to do it. Smith doesn't see anybody knocking out Canelo Alvarez. Not now, not ever. Instead, he predicts Crawford will have to box perfectly, round after round, and edge Canelo on the scorecards. His exact words? Crawford will beat Canelo by decision. To him, Canelo's chin is granite, but his feet can be outmaneuvered.
He might be even stronger than Canelo. He might be stronger than Canelo. He might pack the weight on well that he might do really well in there. So look, so strong and he's easily hit. Very easily hit, very easily. Yeah. Compared to when I fought against Crawford, I couldn't even hit clean. Yeah. So really, that's the difference.
Then there's Amir Khan, a man who shared the ring with both speed and power throughout his career. Khan isn't sitting on the fence. He's all in on Crawford. He points to Bud's incredible boxing IQ, his ability to read opponents, and yes, his underrated punching power. Khan even went as far as to say Crawford hits harder than people give him credit for. And coming from a guy who's felt it firsthand, that's not an opinion. That's experience talking. But not everyone is making it sound so simple.
I think it's a good matchup. It's a fight that we all been wanting to see. Bud has the skills. He got the discipline, IQ to win. But Canelo has all that with the size. So I think it's a good fight. I'm happy that Bud got the fight. My dad was the one that told him that he should take the fight.
So
Bud came out and said that my dad was the one that told him to fight Canelo a long time ago.
Devin Haney, the undisputed lightweight king, sees both sides. He respects Crawford's discipline, his smarts, and his skill set. But he's also realistic. Size matters. Canelo is naturally the bigger man, and Haney openly admits that Bud will need to fight the perfect fight to get the job done. Even so, Haney says if anyone can solve Canelo's puzzle, it's Bud Crawford.
I'm excited to be a part of this event. I'm excited to be ringside calling this great card and this great matchup. Historic event for many, many reasons for both fighters. Super middleweight supremacy on the line, legacies on the line, your namesake and reputation is on the line. And I just take my hat off to both of these fighters for putting everything on the line late in their careers the way that they are.
And then you have Andre Ward, one of the sharpest boxing minds alive and a man who knows exactly what it takes to remain undefeated. Ward zeroed in on something most fans overlook: Canelo's ring presence. He called it one of Canelo's greatest weapons. That ability to control the pace, look comfortable even when resting, and make his opponents feel trapped. But Ward didn't stop there. He flipped the script and called Crawford one of the greatest finishers of all time. His message was clear. If Crawford gets Canelo in real trouble, he won't let him off the hook.
Man, when you talking about these big fights, you whispering. You you said Canelo and Crawford. Yeah. Man, come on, man, that's the biggest fight, you know what I mean, in boxing right now. Canelo and Crawford. Crawford stepping up. Man, it's so big, you got Muhammad over there saying something about it. That's how big it is. He came off the bench from the 60s, right, Muhammad? You go back in the 60s? Yeah, well, listen, Canelo is big. And shout out to Crawford stepping up.
And finally, Bill Haney, father and trainer of Devin Haney, dropped one of the most eyebrow-raising takes yet. He didn't just talk about the fight itself. He brought up concerns outside the ring. Bill warned Crawford to stay alert, hinting at possible worries about Canelo's camp, even raising the word doping. He wasn't making accusations, but his warning spoke volumes. In a fight this big, Crawford has to prepare for everything, both inside and outside the ropes. All of this proves one thing: even the experts can't agree. Some see Canelo's power and presence as too much. Others believe Crawford's IQ and finishing ability will win the day. And that uncertainty is exactly why this fight has the world on edge. When two legends collide, it's never just about the belts. It's about legacy. And in this fight, the stakes are almost impossible to overstate. For Canelo Alvarez, this is about more than defending his crown. He's been on top of boxing for over a decade, but critics have started to whisper that his best days are behind him. A win here silences all of that noise. Beating Crawford would prove that he's still the king, still the face of boxing, and still capable of beating any man who dares to challenge him, no matter their style, no matter their reputation. For Terence "Bud" Crawford, this is the fight he's been waiting for. He's already unified at welterweight. He's already cemented himself as pound-for-pound #1 in many eyes. But beating Canelo would be career-defining. It would mean conquering a bigger man on a bigger stage in the biggest fight of the year. A win makes Crawford not just pound-for-pound #1. It could make him an all-time great, the kind of name future fighters get compared to. And then there's Jaron "Boots" Ennis. He's not fighting on September 13th, but make no mistake, this camp changes his trajectory too. By being chosen as Canelo's sparring partner, Ennis isn't just a prospect anymore. He's the guy trusted to mimic the most dangerous fighter alive. That's respect, that's exposure, and that's experience money can't buy. For Ennis, this is his coming out party without even stepping into the ring on fight night. The bigger picture? This isn't just Canelo versus Crawford. It's a clash of generations, styles, and narratives. Canelo fighting to keep his throne. Crawford fighting to snatch it away. Ennis waiting in the wings, ready to inherit the future. It's not just a fight, it's the sport of boxing writing its next chapter. So here's where we stand. Canelo sharpening his sword in Lake Tahoe with Jaron "Boots" Ennis, the undefeated phenom hand-picked to mirror Crawford's every move. Crawford punishing himself in the freezing Colorado mountains, bulking up, testing his body like never before. Judges and referees already sparking controversy before the opening bell, and a boxing world completely split down the middle on who walks out victorious. September 13 isn't just a date on the calendar. It's a turning point. A fight that could rewrite legacies, redefine careers, and spark debates for years to come. For Canelo, it's survival. For Crawford, it's validation. For Boots Ennis, it's a chance to prove he's the future of boxing. But at the end of the day, there's only one question that matters. Will the addition of Jaron "Boots" Ennis give Canelo Alvarez the edge he needs to shut down Crawford's brilliance? Or will Terence "Bud" Crawford walk through the fire and prove once again that he is simply unbeatable? And trust me, this story is only getting started. Let us know your thoughts in comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like this video to support the channel. Subscribe to Boxing is Here for the latest updates, fight breakdowns, and expert analysis. And turn on notifications so you never miss an upload.